It is May 6, 2016, and you're watching Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Let's Play Walkthrough. Last time, we learned that people are cruel to kitty cats, and people put dogs in trash cans.
No, in trash bags. No, it's not even that. Sacks. Anyways, where are the other 7 wonders? The 7 wonders, the wonders, the wonders. The wonders, the wonders. Where's the wonders?
One is in a tunnel and one...
No, oh wait, what tunnel? The Willy Wonka tunnel right here?
Yes.
Did you ever see that scene?
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
Creepy.
And no, I think it's funny. No, not for the reason you may expect. It's just because, think of it this way. The 8 people that are in that tunnel being freaked out, they're all screaming, terrified out of their minds. Well, then again, Charlie and Grandpa Joe are just kind of... No, Charlie's just like, oh, this is kind of strange, and Grandpa Joe's enjoying it. Until they see Slugworth anyway, but meanwhile, while almost everyone's freaked out of their minds, Wonka's just sitting there smiling. Like literally, there's one point where Mr. Beauregard's like, "This isn't funny, Wonka," and then it just like cuts to a shot of Wonka. He's just sitting there smiling. It's like he's enjoying their pain.
It's so funny. I remember from this whole critics reviewed the movie. It's funny. The original movie is called Willy Wonka, but it's about Charlie. The second one's called Charlie, but it's about Willy Wonka.
Yeah, well, to get technical, the reason why they called the original Willy Wonka was because they wanted to promote the Willy Wonka candy bars that were coming out to promote the movie. And from what I hear, they melted really easily, and they didn't have a good formula.
I tried them. They were decent. But
well, I don't like chocolate, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, all it was really was a chocolate-covered graham cracker.
Oh. Well, I do eat other Wonka candies like Laffy Taffies, Sweet Tarts,
Nerds.
Nerds. Yes, definitely Nerds. I've had Pixie Sticks before.
You ever had Nerd Rope?
Yes, I've had Nerds Rope. In fact, when Blockbuster was still here, I would sometimes get a Nerds Rope or like a pack of Nerds to take home with whatever video I was renting. Because yes, I was young enough. No, I was born early enough to know what it was like to go to a video store. Nowadays, Netflix and GameFly ruined it, and Redbox.
Like, again, where were you? Why weren't you here 2 seconds earlier when I was finding this guy?
Because I'm like the mom and dad from Phineas and Ferb. Don't question me.
Like, you're busted. Like, oh, but no, the dad saw things. The dad knows.
The dad saw things? What?
It's the mom.
Oh, it's the mom that she can't convince.
The dad was usually part of it sometimes. The dad drove the car with Candace, he drove that. He helped drive the big little thing. The dad did a lot of things with them. It was the mom that never knew. The grandparents,
they have that show on Netflix, so
yeah, the grandparents knew too.
Yeah, I think there were a couple episodes where they found out.
Yeah, but it was the mom.
It was always the mom.
She could never knew.
Ow. Touch. Why couldn't the dad or the grandparents just tell?
Like, if that was no big deal. Oh, our kids are just like building stuff. No big deal.
Wow. But then again, them finding out Agent P's identity was shown to have negative consequences. Because if they found out, they would have had to relocate them. And they would have to erase their memories and all that.
Well, that's the life of a super spy.
Yep. Because, no, twice they found out. Once was in a dream in one episode. and then once was in that movie.
You know,
And then both, no, well, the first time was a dream, so they were in the clear. But then the second time, they were about to erase their, no, they were about to take them away, but then they had decided to have their memories erased.
Yeah, but Ferb's girlfriend knows.
we got another lead.
Well, Ferb's girlfriend is the daughter of the villain.
Everybody knows about Wonder Number 6.
So of course she's gonna know.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Did you find out where the train runs?
You can see it from Sunset Hill.
I still remember when that show was brand new. They were like airing new episodes like almost every day in February, the first year it hit the air. That was around the time that was in the Star Wars. That was like about a year before I got to making YouTube videos on my old channel.
Yeah, that was the longest summer ever.
How?
Like 200 episodes one summer.
200 episodes of one summer? What?
No, Phineas and Ferb. That was the longest summer ever.
So 200 episodes. I think that, don't they hint that takes place over multiple summers? Because there's some episodes that take place like in Christmas vacation and whatnot.
I'm pretty sure that I thought that was like one big summer.
Well, there was one episode where they're in Christmas vacation instead.
Yeah, they go one episode's winter, but I think they hinted it was kind of like the show MASH.
Yeah.
You know? It was 11 seasons long, but the Korean War is only 2 to 3 years, so they packed 11 years.
Well, how many episodes were there?
I don't what?
MASH.
I don't know. There's 11 seasons.
11 seasons, but then you don't know how many episodes because it's only a couple, 2 to 3 years. If it's only like a couple hundred episodes, and yeah, that's feasible.
We've got to make it.
The Korean War was only like took 3 years, 1950.
Oh, that's when MASH was set? Korean War?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good afternoon.
And the Korean War was only like 2 to 3 years. The Korean War was only 2 to 3 years, so
yeah,
they packed 3 years worth of stuff and 11 years worth of TV time.
Anyway.
By the way, here's some Korean War trivia. Did you know that the U.S. and South Korea would have overtook North Korea? Because they actually did push them in almost to the doorstep of the capital of North Korea.
Until the Chinese came and helped them out.
Yeah, China went and helped them out because China was afraid that after they were done with North Korea, they would be next. So China helped the North Koreans push South Korea and North Korea back into the South Korean territory.
And then
what?
Then the war ended on a draw.
Yeah, and even though they signed an armistice, the war was never officially declared over. It's still technically going on to this day.
Yeah, I have a friend who stationed in Korea, and her job was to fight across the borderline. She was supposed to shoot him.
It's a magic train.
It's really true. And there's really no one aboard.
They're looking at him as though he's crazy. I guess they didn't see it.
Then it's real? Let's go to the station.
Oh, let me guess. They didn't see it.
Just like the black robe guy and the white people and all the wanderers that we fought. They never see him. Why don't you see what I see?
Let's go in.
Wow.
What? You get hurt.
The train will be arriving shortly.
Wow, he was about to kill himself. Reminds me of one of those epic deaths from that Oliver movie that Disney did, where one of the dogs falls on the railroad and then gets electrocuted to death.
I watched that movie on YouTube a few weeks ago.
They had it on YouTube?
A train
Yeah.
came from the beach.
Wow.
There was no driver, right?
Oh, bits and pieces.
Disney's probably going to take it down, but
It probably already is. It was like it was uploaded like 5-minute segments, like 3-minute segments.
yeah, ways of getting past the copyright. That's like how they did it. In the old days when you couldn't upload videos more than 10 minutes.
Let's go home and work on the paper.
Oh my god, they have to work on a summer essay. I'm in college and I don't have to do that.
Write about all the work we did.
But what
I
about
never
class
got
homework?
I never got summer homework when I was
In
a kid.
elementary school, I did.
I do. Come on, Pence.
And I think my sister
Whatever.
does too, but only because she's like an
Roxas.
honors and all that.
It's at that haunted mansion.
Wow, they're disinterested. Stop, don't come back.
It's like, eh.
Let's go to the Haunted Mansion. Oh, speaking of which, did you know there's a game based on the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
My cousin has that, but she's not going to let me have it, so I have to go buy my own copy, probably. Because, did I ever tell the story of how I tried to ask my cousin for her N64?
No, I think I want to say about your cousin is about the camp story.
Oh, the camp story, that's right. Which camp story?
I don't know. It was, you walked in on them or something, I guess.
Walked in on what?
I don't know. It was one of your past one of our original Kate's Let's Play things.
I would have to search high and low to look for what story, because there were multiple stories of my cousin in the camp, but...
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but you walked in on them or something, I think. In the girl, you walked to the girls' room or something, in the locker room.
Oh yeah, because that one where I was trying to just go reunite with my cousin, the girls wouldn't let me. Well, this particular story about my cousin that I have, well, she had an N64 in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I had a PS1.
We were gonna check the mansion out tomorrow.
And
It's a place.
Right.
she just stopped using it by like the early to mid 2000s.
Even Cypher's gang was gonna help.
So
Cypher?
when she was about to go
Yeah,
off to
yeah, ask
college,
him to.
I was wondering if I could ask her if I could have it, because I would use it, I would take care of it and all that,
What are we looking for?
but I couldn't sum up the courage to ask
Well,
her.
They say
In fact, when I
there's a
brought it up
girl
to
who
my
appears
mom,
in
my
the
mom
second-floor window.
my mom just said, "Oh,
Even
maybe
though
she'll
no
take it
one's
with her to
lived here for
college," which she
years.
didn't, by the way. But so finally, in early 2012, I finally summed up the courage to ask her. And at first, she's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do with it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I want to play it." And she's like, "Oh, but all right, but I don't know when I'm gonna see you again." And then I asked my dad, and he's like, "Oh, Graham's getting luggage sent home on a plane. You could ask her to put it with the luggage." And then I tell my cousin that, and she's like, "I'm not making Graham carry that on the plane." And I'm like, "Well, she's not going on the plane." And then my cousin just suddenly went into a whole tirade saying, "You know what? I was honestly thinking about selling it, and I need to keep it in good condition.
Roxas.
Besides, you have too many systems. You have to be grateful for what you got. I'm not giving it to you. You're free to play it whenever you come over, but you can't have it."
Me?
And then, of course, I told my dad about this. I'm like, "You know what? I'm going to buy my own." But then my mom found out, and she told me to tell the story. And then she got into an argument with my cousin about it, and she's like,
About who you
"How
really
can..." And
are.
my mom was basically like, "How can she
No
be..."
one knows me
It's like,
better
how can
than
she
me.
be so mean to him? Because all he wants is to use it, and she's not using it, so why won't she let him have it?
I don't get what's been happening lately.
But my cousin was overly persistent, and I couldn't have it, so I had to buy my own.
You know these three.
And then when she found out, her reaction was
Yeah.
priceless. She just called me like a piece of
Sora,
work.
Donald, and Goofy.
That was the simplified
From
version.
the dreams.
Besides, Namine's been talking with Roxas this whole time.
Some things happened. And
We're
I had
not
to take
supposed
apart
to
the memories
exist.
chained together in Sora's heart.
They're not supposed to exist, so I can
No.
continue.
I'm putting them all back exactly the way
What?
Is that the same grandma that passed away?
Yeah.
It's taken me
If you
a long
if you
time.
as of this
I'm pretty
recording
certain
like a month
Sora will
ago
be
or
his
so.
old self again.
Yeah, a little bit more than a month
The
ago.
process has been affecting you
I
too,
never knew my
Roxas.
other grandmother. She lived outside the United States, and she died, I think, in 2002. And that's one of the few times my
You
dad
and
ever
Sora are
returned to his home
connected.
country.
And in order for Sora to become completely whole again.
I remember him leaving for a week, but I didn't find out why he left until like years later.
Before.
Same thing with 9/11.
You
The
hold
day
on to
9/11
what
happened, my
is.
ma came to come pick me up from
He
school
needs
early,
you, Roxas.
and all I remember was being depressed that I couldn't be picked up early the next day. In fact, we even have a home video of me learning the Pledge of Allegiance. And as I'm being walked back into the school, I was calling out to my mom saying, "You said you'd come get me?" And then my mom's like, "I'll see you in a little bit." "Okay, you said you'd come get me." And then I walk back into the building, and I just keep looking back at her.
But
And I think that was filmed the day after 9/11, that's why.
I just do.
But once again, I didn't find out
I'm not
exactly
sure
what
there's a
went
right
down that
way
day until years
for me to
later.
use it.
By the way, what were you doing on 9/11? Do you remember?
Yes, I went to watch. This was before I started working at McDonald's. I was
Suddenly, I feel like
home from college and
myself at all.
went to watch Regis and Kelly live, and
I guess I would like to.
some news report about a plane crashing was on.
What do you know about me?
I'm like,
I don't.
well, plane crash, no big deal. And all of a sudden,
to
plane
accept
crashed in the towers. Wow, that must have been something. And all of a sudden, the other plane crash. I'm like, okay,
Did you see the other plane crash live?
yeah.
If it were
Wow.
And I'm
Because
like,
a lot of
okay,
people, a lot of cameras that were rolling around the like a lot of cameras started filming when the North Tower was burning after the first crash, and then nobody was expecting the second tower to get hit, so many people saw it live.
and I was like, okay, one plane may be an accident. This is not an accident. I'm like, this is not an accident.
Huh? Did you see?
And then
And
the
Yeah.
other two,
Watch
then the other
window.
two planes
Closely.
hit. The one in the Pentagon, the other one in the field. I'm like, okay, something's happening today.
That
And then
just
those were the
occurred
only
to me.
planes.
There must be a
But-
trap somewhere.
Did you know that reportedly
I'm surprised
Osama
no place
bin
in
Laden was
Damascus.
not expecting the towers to collapse?
Well, let's head back to the usual spot.
I mean, well, he had full intent to hit the towers with the planes. But I guess supposedly all he wanted was to heavily damage them and maybe kill some Americans along with the explosion, but he wasn't expecting them to full out crash.
Apparently he tried before in the early 90s.
Yeah, he did. The World Trade Center bombing in '93.
report's already done.
All right.
Yeah, I was like 7th or 8th grade when that.
Wanna go find
I was like
He's probably at the station.
either 7th or 8th grade when that happened first time.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even born yet when that happened, so.
Huh?
Yeah, I was for that one, and I was there for the Oklahoma bombing.
Oh yeah, the Oklahoma bombing.
Of course, that was an American terrorist, homegrown.
Oh yeah.
Like we don't need foreign terrorists, and when American people can kill us, this is fine apparently.
No. You know what? You know what's fine and not fine? What's not fine is going into a bank and robbing like millions of dollars from the bank. You wanna know what is fine?
What?
Being a scammer and stealing millions of dollars from unsuspecting people.
Next day's the fair.
The last day of summer.
Or a fisher,
Say
not just a
that.
scammer.
You give me an ulcer.
So you're telling me that
Why
robbing
you stole
banks
from all that ice
online,
cream
they're not
first?
going to go after them, but if they do it in person, you will? That's why the internet needs more laws.
But not too many laws. Like, yeah, laws for that, but not laws for you upload Kingdom Hearts. Ban your channel.
Why did you show him the train?
Because he
Because
missed his trip to the beach.
That's a stupid law.
That's almost
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of you.
Like the WTFU stuff. Like yeah, that's
What about you?
like
No, you want to know what was once a
Who's in
stupid
your
law?
memory is
You want to know what was once a stupid law?
what?
Yes.
It was
Days of
originally
clear.
against the law to commit suicide.
The same thing is happening to everyone who had time.
No, seriously.
Soda.
You could get charged with a crime
soon,
by committing
then.
suicide.
He'd be like a good friend who's gone
Mur-
away for a year.
murdering yourself.
Yeah.
Put your corpse on trial.
Waited, and
This
now
guy
I'm
killed
locked in
himself.
jail.
Here's the body right here. This is the body right here. Here's the body. He killed himself. Murder.
Revenge.
Yep. Well, they did away with that law for pretty obvious reasons. Although there is still laws in place where people who help assist in a suicide can still be charged.
At least in some states.
Splendid job with Sora.
Huh?
It's high time she
So at least in
disappeared.
some states.
No, it should be in all states because anyone who helps someone kill themselves is not a right person.
Take care of it, Ansem.
I mean, well, it depends. Sometimes maybe the person just wants to show mercy, but then in case it's a bullying, the bullies egg on the suicide and they get away with it.
Yeah, that's not assisted suicide. That's more like if I think assisted suicide is more like if you're dying and you're in pain, you know, and if you live in agony, then that's assisted suicide. Not holding a gun for you. That's not assisted suicide.
What's gonna happen to this place?
Yeah, like if you're gonna die of cancer or whatever, it's either you die now or you wait 6 months in the bed and you're like, screw that.
You see,
Yep.
is the heart's
Meanwhile, the new voice actor re-records all of
That's
Billy
not true.
Zane's lines.
The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But
While
I've
they
learned
re-record Sora's
that deep down there's
lines.
a light that never goes out.
That's the same voice actor.
Yeah, sure. But he hit puberty big time.
You're wrong.
They all hit puberty
I
big
know now.
time.
Without a
Well,
doubt. King
The other ones I
Gilbert's
think were already
is left.
adults. Riku and Kairi's voice actors were already older.
They were?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Well, no. Riku's voice actor, he also voiced one of the characters in Rocket Power. In Rocket Power's early seasons, he sounded like a little kid. He did. But then around the time Rocket Power is reaching its seasons that were airing around the time KH1 came out, he began to sound more and more like how he did in KH1.
Kairi,
Oh, speaking of KH1, here's the goodbye
I'll come
scene.
back to you.
Yeah, the big goodbye scene. Yeah, I'm still confused why he couldn't just jump on the sand thing. Or why she couldn't do it. Or why he couldn't glide.
Like, I won't forget you until I meet this foreign girl.
And the frame rate's going down in this scene. Why?
We've got to find Riku
Now
and King
what?
Mickey.
But where do we start looking for that there door to the light?
That's what they were doing? I thought they sealed it.
That's the king's seal.
Hey, have you seen King Mickey?
As a matter of fact, I have. Follow me.
Let's go.
He remembers being in the fields. He remembers the hooded man. We're being shown that. And then we're being shown this.
Walks up to the castle, and then
Uh-oh.
and then nothing.
Okay, so is that just a recap of his memories being restored?
Yeah, everything before the castle is back. Everything in the
So
castle.
that's the last thing he remembers, standing in front of the castle?
Yeah.
He looked
Wow.
Everything in the castle got erased
Who are
from
you?
his memory.
And it looks like our friend Roxas is the hooded man from the beginning, talking to the other hooded man. Now we have Neo Shadows, those annoying little shits from Recon. Two keys! All at once!
It's a flashback from the secret ending of the first game.
Oh! Is that Riku? Murderer! You know what? Whoever that hooded man is, I hope we see him again. We can rip his stuff out, whatever's in him.
Why? Why do you have the Keyblade?
Shut up.
Is Roxas the murderer? That's it. I'm jumping off a cliff with him. I'm gonna jump off a cliff with him, and now he's waking up. Come on, let's go for a little ride. You could go meet your new best friend, Arthur Reed. And he's changed. Wow.
Whoa. Free.
Look at that.
His shoes magically appeared. Nice bare feet again. Shoes, bare feet. Shoes, bare feet.
The 6th day. What a beautiful 6th day. Meanwhile, here it's raining and cold outside. When I was waiting for the train to come, I had to like stay inside the little terminal that led to all the tracks. It was so windy on the platform. All right, let's go see our friends.
Man, I could not sleep last night.
Wow, weird day today.
Guys,
What?
huh?
It just got weirder. Ignoring
My
me.
friends, are they fake?
Am I a ghost or are they ghosts? They photoshopped me out the picture.
Wow, that's actually pretty good. Where's their computer? Alright, I'm saving the game. This is a little mystery. Is he being phased out of existence for murdering a cool character? Find out in the next video.
We'll see you then.